every club has the dream. For some, it'll never become a reality, forced into mediocrity for its entire existence. Well, that's about to change. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simulation Smackdown. Hey guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Wellington Phoenix Simulation Smackdown. Will they reach the stars, or will they be completely shithouse? So guys, before we jump into the second episode in this little mini-series, we're going to jump into the rules video. Okay guys, so here are the Simulation Smackdown rules. The objective is to win the domestic competition the chosen team is currently playing in using only simulated games. All games must be simulated, with the only exclusion being the final game of every season. We are only allowed a maximum of 4 full seasons with the current chosen club. Any player can be signed provided we have the funds available. Only one pre-contract signing can be made per season, and if the domestic competition is won before the 4-season time frame, Simulation Smackdown is completed. However, we can choose to play out the remaining seasons for extra points. With that in mind, guys, let's continue. Okay, so now that we're all refreshed with the rules, let's get into season number 2. So, first of all, we are going to jump across to the board objectives for this season. So we'll look at the domestic success. They want us to become the playoff champions. Again, the domestic success is quite low as well. We may also have continental success goals pop up as well. I'm not 100% sure about that just yet, but we will see how we go. So they want us to become the playoff champion. We did make it to, I'm pretty sure we made it to the quarterfinals or the semi-finals in the last season. I don't remember. I recorded it nearly 2 weeks ago now. But anyway, we are going to stick to our goal, our personal goals from last season, and that is to at least make the grand final this time. So now that we've got all that done and dusted, we'll move into what we've got budget-wise. Now, we are still yet to finish the pre-season tournament, so these figures could slightly change. But as of where we are right now, we've got $3 million in the transfer budget and 14,000 in the wages. So what we'll do now is we'll jump straight across into the squad. And here is the squad as it was from last season and how we will be running. There will not be very many changes to this squad for this season. What I might end up doing is possibly looking at another center attacking midfielder to replace the aging Mitch Nichols, who is now at 30. And we don't really have anyone else in the squad here that could sort of fill that position. We have a couple of players that we have picked up though as well. Lafont, Medeiros, Cavallo, Antonio, and Molina. Can't remember if I picked them up in the last season or in this season. They were regen players that we have picked up of a decent enough rating to jump into the starting 11 or even sit on the bench should we get into a bit of trouble. I might also start looking at another right back as Lovrencic is starting to grow a bit old and starting to drop a bit in rating, which I'm not exactly happy with right now. But yeah, that is the squad as things stand at the moment. We might also have a look at another centre-back. If not, we will just use Lafont Medeiros. We could even use Cavallo Antonio to jump in as well and fill in that right back position. But what I'll do now is we'll jump across into the the squad hub, and we'll have a look at the players and just go through a quick rundown. So as you can see here in the financial part of the squad hub, we only have one player who is shorter than a year on a contract, and that is Nathan Burns, currently on just under $2,000 a week at 1.8. He does have a 750,000 release clause. I don't see that being met, especially for a 31-year-old. But if somebody does come in for him, we will let him go. We do have Sylvie in here as well at a 68 rating. We might think about letting him go at 30 years of age. He's only going to start decreasing in stat. And we do have Kurto here as well, who's 28 years of age, who can come in and do a job for us. Stephen Taylor is also getting on and aging a bit. He's still on a 2-year contract at 33, but he has dropped 1 rating so far already. So we might look at running a newer centre back as well. So we'll jump across now into the statistics tab, and I'll just quickly flick through here. If you guys see anything that you want to take a look at in a little bit more depth, just pause the video and go through it yourself, whether it be looking at positions that players can play in, things like that, age, region, what their squad role is on their contract, whether they're injured or whatever. But yeah, that is our squad so far for this season. Alrighty guys, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to start simulating through the preseason cup. As you can see here in the standings part, we are in the final and we are coming up against Yokohama F Marinos. For those that don't know, managed by ex-Socceroos manager Ange Postecoglou. They are a Japanese side. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the simulation and I will report back after this game. Okay guys, so here is how the preseason final went for us. We did end up drawing 1-1 with the Yokohama F Marinos, but we do end up losing 4-3 on penalties. So I'd like to say a decent start to the season against some healthy opposition. And here is our next little bit of good business, which I had completely forgotten about. We do manage to get our pre-contract signing from the end of last season. So the Kiwi Messi, as he is known himself, Marco Rojas, has joined the Wellington Phoenix. So he's hoping we can get a good start with him, and he gets off firing off the mark. So moving into some of the transfers that we have picked up for this season as well, we have picked up Alvino Di Cavallo Antonio, a 17-year-old right back from the free agents, a Brazilian at 65 rating. He looks rather tidy. Second of all, we have Oscar Molina, who's a cam and CDM, 19 years of age on a 3-year deal, 66 rated from Colombia. He comes in on a $1,500 a week contract. The third one is Riverito, who's a 27-year-old Paraguayan centre mid. He's on a 2-year contract at $4,000 a week with an overall rating of 68. And last and finally, we have Felipe Lafont Medeiros, a 63 rated centre-back, 18-year-old from Brazil on a 2-year contract, who comes in for $1,500 a week. So here we are on screen right now. We do sign our replacement right back. We have picked up Daniel Munoz, a 23-year-old right back from Colombia, 70 rated. He is on I think it was a 4-year deal, even though it says 3 there. On crucial squad role, $3,000 a week. As you can also see, we did look at signing Christian Arrieta, another right back, but our initial transfer bid apparently was laughed off. On screen right now, guys, is the lineup, and this is how we are going to progress for the first part of this season. So, moving right along, we're not going to spend any more money now. I've got a little bit of money that I'm trying to save for the January transfer window to see if we can pick up another free contract signing, maybe. Alrighty guys, so we're a little bit of a ways into the season. We are still in the initial transfer window, but I thought that these things should be important for you guys to see before we hit our mid-season break. So we have loaned out a few players, and we have actually sold a few players. So, Sylvian, our goalkeeper that we picked up from last season and our star in between the sticks, has left us for Bristol City for a $720,000 sum, which is good considering he started to go down in rating. And as the next one as well, Lovrencic has also left. He has gone to Al Nassr for $930,000 as well. Other things to note is Kasichi, the young, I think he's a right back, has moved to Lyon on a 1-year loan deal. He's quite a talented youngster. Tom Doyle has also left us for Gestepe for 12 months. He will return once again. And just reaffirming again that Sylvian has gone to Bristol City, our aging keeper, for $720,000. So a little bit of extra money that we can reinvest into the transfer window. Alrighty guys, so we've got another player departing the club. It is the ex-Newcastle Jets centre-back and current Wellington Phoenix player. Daniel Mullen has left to Al Fayard a sum of 320,000. So another player is departing us. The aging centre-back Stephen Taylor is leaving us to join up with Universidad Católica, and we have sold him for 490,000. Alrighty guys, so we make our final signing of the season. We have done in our final striker, and we have signed Tony Watt from St Johnstone in the Scottish Premier League. He's a 25-year-old striker coming to us on a 3-year deal, $4,000 a week, a 69 rated striker. This was also a swap deal with Nathan Burns, so he has also left us as well. So guys, I will see you at the mid-season break.
One eternity later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the midway point of the season. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the standings. We are currently sitting in seconds, but we are well off first place against Melbourne Victory there. Rating at the top 6 places are Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney and Perth Glory. Looking further down the ladder, it's nice to see that the Dirty Jippos are on the bottom of the Central Coast. So that is how the mid-season table is looking. As for the top goal scorers looking into the middle part of the season, it is Tookton for Wellington Phoenix on 8 goals so far. Lafond's not far behind him in 6th on equal 2nd with Toivonen, and Tonus as well, all on 6 goals. Here is how our squad is shaping up for the mid-season break. As you can see here, if you guys want to see these ratings in a little bit more depth, just pause the video as I'm going through them, and you'll be able to see whether they have grown any ratings or not. Alrighty guys, so we didn't make any signings in this window. It was very difficult after we spent some money in the later part of the first transfer window buying ourselves a decent striker, because Roy Krishna is starting to go down in rating. So what we are going to do guys is we are now going to simulate to the end of the normal season to see if we have qualified for the finals stages.
One eternity later.
Moving on guys, and we have now come to the day before the final game of the regular season, and as you can see when we go into the league standings, we are currently sitting in 2nd and we cannot be caught as well, which means we are going to automatically qualify to the, I think it's the quarterfinals of the Hyundai A-League. So there will be a couple of games that we can simulate through. So after the final game of the season, it looked like Jer just couldn't do the business, so Tookton for the Wellington Phoenix takes out the golden boot for the season with 15 goals to his name. Well done to him. Okay guys, so having a look now at the elimination finals, and here's how things worked out. So it was a Sydney derby in the second one, with the Wanderers going down to Sydney FC by 1 goal, and it was the exact same scoreline in the second goal. It's the Hoodoo from out there over in the west, with Perth going up against Newcastle and beating them 1-0. So the semi-final matchups, here's how things are at the moment. Melbourne Victory did defeat Perth Glory 2-1 in the semi-final, so Melbourne have made it through to a second consecutive grand final. Can it be another replay again in the elimination stages? Will it be us or will it be Sydney? Let's find out. Moving now into the game before the grand final, we still have to make our way through this last match against Sydney FC in the semi-final. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit skip. I don't want to look. Well, wouldn't you know? It's a 3-0 convincing win to the Wellington Phoenix. Looks like we'll be facing off against Melbourne Victory once again. So here we are, guys. We've made it to the big dance. Doesn't matter what happens now, we have achieved the personal goal that we set, which is to at least make it to the grand final. So guys, without further ado, we're going to get straight into this game. Okay guys, so here we are. We are at the Hyundai A-League Grand Final. Who will lift the toilet seat at the end of this game? It's Melbourne Victory hosting the Wellington Phoenix. So here's the Melbourne Victory lineup. It's Loris Thomas in goal. Storm, Marie, Nick Ansell, Tommy Deng, and Ken Lock make up the back four. Tavares and Roxham as the CDMs. Kazuka Hondo on the right. Antonis on the left. Troisi coming up through the middle. And Ola Toivonen as the striker. And here is our Wellington Phoenix lineup. It's Minelli in goal. A back four of Di Cavallo, Antonio Vinicus, Lafont Medeiros, and Mendy Seca. Molina and Lekal make up a defensive midfield. Sarpreet Singh on the left, Rojas on the right, and a striker duo of Tukdeen and Watt. So guys, without further ado, the Melbourne Victory are going to kick us off in this game. Will we win the toilet seat off them this year, or will we fall gracefully like last time? Tukdeen intercepts a decent ball there. Gets it across to Sarpreet Singh, who's waiting for a runner. He's found Tukdeen again. Tukdeen, not the paciest lad out there. This is only the second time I'm playing with this lot. Oh, that's a decent ball. But the shot goes wide. Sprays that one out wide. It's Mendy Seca. Back in through the middle. It's Molina. Again, to Lekal. Takes a heavy touch. Plays it down the line. It's Sarpreet Singh. Sarpreet Singh dumps in an early cross. There's nobody on the back post. And then we've rocketed the crossbar. Can Tukdeen turn it in? No, he can't. Oh my God, what happened there? He goes up for the absolute spectacular from a fantastic cross, but Tukdeen sprays it underneath Lawrence Thomas. Must have got scared of the goal. He was literally 2 feet out and he completely missed. That's a chance gone begging. Who intercepts it by Mendy Seca. That's a bad pass. It's gone out to Molina. Lekal now. Can he spray in a through ball out to the Kiwi Messi? Yes, he can. Lawrence Thomas is coming out. We take a time shot. And ladies and gentlemen, just before the stroke of halftime, the Kiwi Messi has put the ball into the back of the net. 40 minutes in, Wellington Phoenix up by 1. As you can see, we've done well. He held off that run there to place that beautifully timed through ball. We take the time shot, and Lawrence Thomas is getting absolutely nowhere near that one. And it's Marco Rojas for his 4th goal in the Hyundai A-League. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do us for the first 45 minutes in this grand final. So it has been a toughly fought game with Melbourne Victory just not able to keep position in their midfield. And at the halftime break, as the boys roll into the sheds, it's Victory 0, Phoenix 1. Here are the match facts as the boys roll into the sheds at the halftime break. So it's no goals, no shots on target, with a shooting accuracy of 0 for Melbourne Victory, not boding well for them. For 1 goal, 7 shots, 3 on target, with a shooting accuracy of 42% to the Phoenix. Passing accuracy, falling behind there are Melbourne Victory with 70% to the Phoenix's 84%, and possession heavily favoured towards us with 58% to Melbourne Victory's 42%. And the Phoenix are going to get us underway for the final 45 minutes in this game. Sorry, guys, I cannot talk. My commentary for this game has been absolutely appalling. I keep tripping over my own words. Di Cavallo. Molina. Through to Lekal. Lekal takes a fake shot. Can he get round his man? He can. He finds Tukdeen at the edge of the box. Takes a strike and just misses by an absolute bee's dick. We've got plenty of space going wide on both sides. We play that one through to Tony Watt. He takes in a touch. He's inside the box. Does a fake shot. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he does. And he smashes it off Lawrence Thomas's elbow. And it goes underneath him and hits the back of the net. 73 minutes in. And the Phoenix are 2-0 up. So you can see it's a beautiful through ball to release Watt. He does a fake shot. Manages to find some space. And as you can see, it rockets off the underside of Lawrence Thomas off his elbow. And it smashes in. Oh no, it's come off the defender. That's why Thomas didn't save it. Wow, that one happened so fast. And the goal comes to Tony Watt for his 8th goal in the Hyundai A-League. And Victory will kick us off. It isn't a long time for them to reply to this. They have been very subpar in the same way that we were last season when we came up against them. They were the undefeated champions last season, but they have slipped up a couple of times in this season. Can Mendy Seca find Tukdeen? Yes, he does. Who finds Tony Watt at the edge of the box. It's kicked out from underneath his feet. Can we find Tugden again? Yes, we do. Tugden goes for a fake shot. He goes again for a second one. Finds some space outside the box. Tries to slide it past Thomas, but he gets a hand to it. It's Lekal now. He's going to take one from range. It takes a deflection off a Victory player. Does a fake shot, but loses out possession. But it's fallen to Tugden. Tugden takes a strike, and he smashes one into the back of the net with not very long to go in the 88th minute. The Golden Boot winner of the Hyundai A-League has found the back of the net in this A-League Grand Final. Lads, it looks like we're taking home the toilet seat. So it looks like we got lucky in the end. The initial shot blocked, the fake turn comes off the defender. Tugden manages to find some space, nutmegs through the shot, through the Victory defender. And look at that, with all the pace in the world, drills that one, bottom corner. You could not get a more accurate strike. And the goal comes to George Tugden for his 16th goal in the Hyundai A-League. And I dare say, ladies and gents, that this game is all but over. Melbourne Victory playing some very subpar football in this match, as you will see by the stats at the end of the game. They're throwing up the ball. There will be 3 extra minutes. It's Ken Lock now. But what? Gives that one away to Lee Broxham. Tavares now comes through. We clean him up. Ken Lock plays it through to Toivonen. That's a beautiful tackle by Vinicus. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We have done it. The Wellington Phoenix Simulation Smackdown is complete. We go home after the second season with the toilet seat. It's been a fantastic season. Just little signings at the start of the season just to get us through. We did put out a lot of our boys on loans at the start of the season, which did make things rather difficult. There was not a lot of depth in our squad. I think we only had one spare centre-back at the end of the season, so we were majorly screwed if something had gone wrong. It's taken us 2 seasons out of the 4. Our personal goal for this season was to just make the final, and we have done one better, and we are going to be taking home the toilet seat. Ladies and gentlemen, the Simulation Smackdown is complete. And as our captain Vinicus does lift the toilet seat trophy, the lads will go home very, very happy. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, is done. We are complete. I'm undecided as to whether I will take it to a 3rd and a 4th season, but you guys will soon be notified whether we are or whether we aren't. So, at the end of it, thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and leave your comments and feedback below. Do not forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For those of you that don't know, please jump on and join in the fun and the banter with myself and the other lads from the Lads Entertainment Network on our official Discord. Links will be on screen and in the description below. Also be aware, guys, that I am now starting to live stream on both Twitch and on YouTube, so make sure you jump onto Twitch, follow me over there to be notified, and subscribe to the channel to be notified when I live stream now as well. And as the final celebrations roll out, I will see you guys next time on the next episode of the Wellington Phoenix Simulation Smackdown.
Oh yeah, everybody now.